We're at the BNBL Championships at the very end of the summer.
This is actually the game I'm looking forward to of the three tonight. This is probably the most even game going into it.
Are you kidding me?
We've seen him do that
Maurice
before.
Works. Nice move to the basket there for the showstoppers.
To have those long arms and really good hands, it's a major advantage.
Oh, bring it down the house! What a game here in the girls 15 and under division. Hello everybody, welcome to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury as we continue our coverage of the 2018 Boston Neighborhood Basketball League season. As tonight we have a game in the girls 13 and under division as the Shelburne Alphas A take on the Shelburne Alphas B. Hello everybody, I'm Pat Flaherty, joined with my partner as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, you know, we've looked at the 18 and under division basically all season long. It's just kind of how the schedule worked out. But finally we get to see the younger kids.
Young ladies.
And right now it's the young ladies here at the Shelburne Center. And you look at the Shelburne Alphas, their squad actually won the 50 and under division last year in the BNBL. They upset the showstoppers. So there's certainly some good talent coming out of this facility.
No doubt about that. And that's probably why they've gotten so many younger girls coming in this summer. They had actually split. They had enough for two teams, so they decided to split them up. Alphas, like we said in the names, A and B. The A team is the more experienced, talented team, most of the 13-year-olds. The B team is more of a development team. Some younger players, 11, 12-year-olds, some couple of 13s. And it's they know the situation. They know that they're just learning the game. They want to be out there against some good competition. So it makes sense to have it at this site, and to, you know, the girls are still familiar. So we won't be upset if the score does get a little lopsided.
Right. As we often see in the Boston Neighborhood Basketball League. But certainly at the 13 under division, it is mostly about development for a lot of these players who aren't even yet in their 8th grade seasons in middle school basketball. Now, for more on this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky, who's got a little more info about the two coaches tonight. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. We've got the rare husband and wife coaching matchup tonight. It'll be Chris coaching the Shelburne B Alphas. On the other side, it's his wife, Nicole. A little bit of bragging rights on the line, and they went a little bit further. The loser tonight has to cook dinner, so a lot on the line. These two coach a lot of different teams during the school year. Nicole actually coaches her daughter, Courtney, and the AAU team on the girls' side. The other side, Chris is in charge of the boys and Courtney's twin brother. So both of these coaches know their players well. Shelburne Alpha B team, they're a little bit more of a developmental team trying to get to that same level as the A team, and they're short on some players, so expect them to try to sit back a little bit more on defense, not put the pressure on the other side for this Alphas A team. They might also back off a little, just since they're so much more familiar with the other side. They want to allow them to get into their offensive sets. Guys, take it away.
Seth, thanks very much. That's an interesting dynamic, too, when you look at these two teams, is that both teams want the other team to be able to run their sets against defense, so they're not going to try to have too much ball pressure or even press that much during this game.
I think the key is going to be which team actually rebounds better and can get out in sort of fast break action and sort of pick up the pace. More than likely it'll be the A, because they're bigger, they're more players. She can run more fresh legs in and out of the game. But I'm sure Chris will do what he can. I think he has seven players in uniform tonight.
Right. Well, it should be interesting, these two squads. And, you know, we would probably expect the A squad to be the one that maybe makes a run at the BNBL championship. But we'll see how this B squad, the purple team, fares here tonight.
I mean, it's good that a site has so much interest that you can basically split up two teams for the same site in the same division.
And Shelburne Alphas A controls the opening tap. They're in the green, Alphas B in the purple. And right from the get-go, the layup is good right there from Sierra Sherry. 16-minute halves for the 13 and under division. Jumper for Alphas A. Putback is good from the Alphas B squad.
Brianna? Yeah, Brianna Nieves.
Yeah, Brianna Nieves with the putback.
Watching the Alpha Bs in warm-ups, a lot of good spirit, a lot of good teamwork together, helping each other out, supporting each other in the purple. they know they have lesser talent because they're younger, but they are really good spirit.
Nieves trying to drive. Now she feeds it inside. Alphas A now out on the break. Good pass up the floor. Layup no good. And the ball tapped out of bounds. That'll go back to Alphas B.
Yeah, I think that with Alphas A in green, because they're so much bigger, they can rebound better. I think they'll have many more chances to fast break, just like that one. Didn't convert it, but they'll have more chances just like that. Yeah, see, both teams are in the same office. They come down, and first pass goes to the wing, then to the baseline. And so it's a matter of either seeing a cutter or taking a shot.
Well, you made a good point as we started off our coverage, Alan. It's good to see a lot of girls basketball interest here at the Shelburne Center. Sometimes in the past, on the girls' side, there hasn't been quite as many participants. And on the boys' side, there's always participants.
Right. Yeah, but you're right. The girls at the Shelburne have been somewhat consistent, but they've gone up and down in numbers, like you mentioned, and it's a strange type of thing. But this year, they're up in numbers again.
A jumper off the back iron, rebound, put back no good, but Shelburne Alphas A going to get 2 free throws, and that's one of their post players, Sinai Salaman.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem for the purple team. The Bees, they're much smaller actually. Not only are they much smaller, they only have one sub on the bench. Might be 2. But the rebound is going to be the key. So boxing out, and Chris, who's coaching the B team. I'm sure that's what he's probably said the entire pregame speech.
Salaman makes 1 out of 2 free throws, so a 1-point lead for Alphas A. And they almost get a steal, but that'll stay with Alphas B.
Trying to get to the baseline again. Yeah, the girls, we've talked about this before when we talked about high school and recreation basketball. For some reason, girls will stick with the plan a little better than boys do overall, regardless of the age group.
So you're saying the boys think they know everything
when
they go out there.
Right. I think it's probably because boys watch so much more basketball. They probably play more just pick up, playground ball, so they assume they know a lot more.
2 more free throws for Shelburne Alphas A. It's Sierra Sherry at the free throw line. And he knocks down the first. This is Coach Howell. Sherry rattles home both free throws, so now a 3-point lead for Alphas A with about 5 minutes gone by here in the first half. Another jumper that doesn't fall that time for Nieves. Good play that time, though, for Alphas B.
Nice open shot.
That's travel there. A couple extra steps taken by Blue Kerr.
A little excited. See the open floor, chance to get a layup.
Turnover forced that time by Alphas A.
Good hustle.
And it's taken right back by Alphas B. And then it'll go back to the B squad in purple.
That's right, purple team's hustling. They're having a difficult time because like Seth mentioned in the open, the fact that both teams know what half-court sets they're going to be run, the bigger team, the longer team can defend it easier. And we're seeing that so far.
Yeah, the Shelburne Alphas B team seems to be running their offense pretty well. They've had a lot of cuts inside the paint. They've been able to get the ball inside, move the ball around a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the key. Yeah, if the Bees in purple, as they get a couple of subs in the game, can sort of hold their own rebounding, then they have a really good chance of keeping the game close.
Sophia Grady now trying to feed it inside.
It's the baseline shot. Again, that's the shot they want. They're executing pretty well.
And that ball is knocked off of Alphas A, back to Alphas B.
Defense.
Sajai Allen trying to go to the basket, but it was knocked off of her leg out of bounds. And now we get a tie-up.
Yep.
We'll stay with Alphas B in purple.
Veteran official working by himself, Anthony Pitts. Been doing BNBL for many years. Matter of fact, he was on the very first BNBL Boys Championship team. And his jacket's actually hanging here in the Shelburne.
Talk about history.
Right.
We can feed inside, but it is poked away, and then we get a foul.
Yeah, a little bit of a pile up from behind there.
Yeah, I think Jasmine Williams Santiago going to be whistled for the reach-in.
Another thing you notice with the girls, Pat, you see like the Alpha Bs, the younger girls, they keep looking over to the coach for instruction, offense, defense, whatever, almost on every play.
Right.
They're looking over there, you know, knowing he's going to say something.
Coach has got to like that. Strong drive inside, but that's going to be a
held ball.
Held ball that'll go back to Alphas A.
See, that's what we mean when we talk about development. The young lady going to the basket. Now, we've seen the green team, the A's, go to the hoop strong a couple of times already. That time, that's a player who's just starting to learn how to drive to the hoop.
Nice job.
An example of it.
Yeah, Shemai Mayo scoring the layup there for Alphas A. Drive here, and
nice
get two free
drive.
throws is going to be Williams Santiago.
Yeah, Jasmine did a good job that time. She saw a little opening.
Good to see that this Alphas B team, you know, after getting a couple of shots blocked, they're not afraid to keep going to the basket.
Oh, they like I said in the warm-ups, you could tell they have really good spirit. They play together. There's Chris. Quick look at their coach.
Substitution for Alphas A. Checking in the ball game now is Elise Bell.
It looks like the green team almost has enough for two teams. They have a full bench. Looks like that's 12 players.
Brianna Nieves now back in for Alphas B in purple. That's Courtney Howell, the daughter of both Chris and Nicole.
Yeah, Courtney's a twin. They're a twin brother who also he plays AAU under his father.
We're going to travel on the inside as Mayo took an extra step. Three-pointer off the mark.
Crank that one in. Got fouls, should get 3 shots.
Yeah, Sophia Grady going to get 3 free throws.
It's the first time we've seen the B team in purple take an outside shot. They've been trying to run the offense, stymied a bit because, like we said earlier, the green team knows the kind of set they're trying to run. That time, she come down and get a shot up.
Grady misses the first 2. She'll have 1 more. And the rebound comes down to Mayo. And that shot by Bell is blocked. That time by Grady. Here comes Alphas B. They got a 3-on-2. Williams Santiago, no good off the backboard, and that's going to go out of bounds and go back to Alphas A.
That's the first real fast break for the team for Bees in purple. Couldn't convert, but it's something that they can they can try to build on. But we got 4:20 to go, and pretty much as expected. I mean, the more experienced teams, players in green, have had the best of it, although they're only up by 5, 7-2. Purple team is, like we said, younger, smaller, trying to listen to the coaches and run their offense. Haven't had much luck with some of their shots, but the energy's there. The energy, it's what you have to like. I mean, I really would like to see young players, you mentioned, coming out and in some cases really trying to play organized basketball for the first time.
Right.
And it's a learning experience. It's one of those things where if the coach can convince you, just stay with it, regardless of what happens, stay with it, try to play together, then you can go a long way. And then that's what we're seeing with this young team in purple.
Yeah, it's nice to see, too, because sometimes we even see players, younger players at the high school level on the girls' side who might be playing for the first time. So to get these girls 13 and under,
we've definitely seen that.
2 or 3 years before high school, playing a lot of organized basketball.
A lot of times
puts them ahead of the game.
Oh, that's right. A lot of times, both girls and boys, when they're 9, 10, 11 years old, not sure if they want to play a sport. We may have, parents trying to get you to play, or older siblings, or just friends.
Yeah.
That's how, especially when the girls. A lot of times, girls who just sort of hang out together, you see the rebound inside and tries to put back, earns her 2 free throws.
Yeah, Xylese Bell, she knocked down the first. Bell looking for her second. She does not get it. Rebound and put back is good, however, underneath that time for Laura Johnson.
Yeah, it's now some full court pressure. The ball actually is going to be a turnover going back to, no, I'm sorry, purple keeps it. Green has a long 3.
Bell again for the rebound. That time she lost her footing. Might have been some contact, and now we're going back the other way. Shelburne Alphas A right now with a total rebounding advantage at 10-3.
As expected, pretty much with the size out there. Another steal.
Stopping, popping, and that time no good from Johnson, who had that layup earlier.
Good job by Grady that time. She tried to box out a bigger player and drew a foul on that rebound action.
Substitution for Alphas A coming back in the ball game is Suna Slaman. And Blue Kerr also back in for the girls in green. Another turnover, now a putback, and Slaman going to go to the free throw line again for Alphas A.
Yeah, right now it's just about size. Even though we're seeing Nicole Howell, the head coach for Green, rotate players, no matter what lineup she has, they have a major height advantage, size advantage. I mean, that's what we're seeing on this offensive rebounder. So rock inside again, and there's the little contact.
Slaman knocks down the second, so just 2 free throws so far in this game missed by Shelburne Alphas A. They're now 6 for 8. And we get an over the back call, I believe, on Alphas A.
Yeah, they're really aggressive. These girls are really playing aggressively.
Bell whistled for that
Looking
foul.
for steals. Yeah, Chris is going to call a timeout. He wants to try a press breaker because they're not. We're not seeing them set any picks to try to get the ball inside or move.
Yeah, the offense at least was moving a little bit earlier in the half. Right now, they're just having a tough time getting over that half court. So we'll see if they can make any adjustments. Our sideline reporter Seth Orensky's got an update for us. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Shelburne's Alpha B team was really happy with their performance heading into the last timeout. They thought their defense, which typically they use a lot of press, a little bit of zone. Today they've been mostly going man-to-man, was actually doing even better than they thought it was. Just trying to spread the ball a little bit more on offense. Obviously, they've given up a couple points since the timeout. They're trying to regroup and hopefully get this game a little closer heading to half. Guys?
Thanks very much, Seth. Yeah, we talked about that rebounding advantage for Shelburne Alphas A.
That's been major. major. Think about it. The B team in purple scored their first hoop in the first minute of the game.
Yeah, that's right.
And we played the rest of the half with no more points.
Yeah, once they scored that first hoop, I thought, oh, maybe this will get the ball rolling. But instead, it's been a roadblock for these this team.
I guess it just woke up the green team. Huh?
1:46 left to go here in the first half. 9-point lead for Shelburne Alphas A in green, Shelburne Alphas B in purple with the basketball.
Yeah, Grady seems to be one of their best ball handlers, but once she gets double teamed, ball gets stolen.
And we get some more contact inside. There's going to be a foul on the B squad. That foul's on Grady.
You can see even in the rebounding action, couple of the girls in purple, inexperienced, not trying to box out and sort of out of position.
Maya Price 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Rebound comes down to Alphas B. Now we got a foul on the sideline. I thought it was on Blue Kerr from Alphas A, and it was, okay. Another turnover, and back down the other end. Scoring the layup is Laura Johnson, has had a good first half.
Oh, definitely. Great first half for her. That was a perfect example. She just read the play, jumped into the passing lane, got an easy steal and layup.
Another steal for Alphas A, and now Bell swinging it around the perimeter. Runner off the window, no good. Rebound. And Alphas A again getting the whistle for the foul.
Free throws, second foul in the last 2 minutes. Jalen Moon will be shooting 1 and 1.
Alphas B's currently 0 for 5 from the free throw line, so we'll see if they can break that streak.
They could have made something would get them sort of in the game.
And Moon no good on the first. Here comes Johnson again, trying to go coast to coast. Nice pass inside to Bell.
Good hustle by Moon. She ran all the way back to try to get a block shot. Committed a foul, but you like the effort.
Yeah, prevented an easy bucket, so now Bell will have to bury 2 free throws. Elise knocks down the first.
Yeah, what you mentioned earlier may very well be true. We may see this Alphas A team. Nice pass inside. Good block by Moon, but a little contact.
Yeah, Bell 2 for 2 from the free throw line, so now a 13-point lead for Alphas A.
Brady's coming all the way down.
Brady with a little misdirection, hesitation move. Steal by Johnson. She's done this about 3 times so far in the first half. Missed the layup. Now she's trying for the steal, and she fouls Moon in the process.
A little frustration foul because she knew she missed an easy layup. So in 1-on-1 again at the free throw line. If the purple team would just sort of calm down, take a deep breath, try to make some of these free throws, they could try to get themselves back in the game. But regardless of the score, young players tend to feel more down when nothing's going right. Like, you can't make any. This is the first one. That's good. So get one more.
This is the
so
part
excited, didn't realize. Forgot. She gets another one.
You always want to have that hero moment when you're walking back,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So, but that's what I mean. It's like you start to feel down on yourself. I haven't really seen a whole lot of no quitting at all, but it's a lot of frustration.
Under 30 seconds left to go in the first half. 12-point lead for Alphas A. And Salmon going to be called for a whistle. So we'll see if Alphas B can maybe generate something here. Try to cut it down to 10 just before that.
Yeah, we talked about size, and Moon got good size inside if she can get a pass.
the steal for Alphas A. Out of the break now is Blue Kerr, but she couldn't hang on to it.
Right idea, but just a little too much on it.
Five seconds left to go in the half. See if they get a shot up. And they cannot. So here at the half, at the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury, Alphas A on top of Alphas B, 15-3. And Alphas A showing why, you know, they're the team that plays in AAU, and they certainly play together a lot too.
Oh,
you can see that they
big difference. Big difference. Yeah.
You know, they know where each other is on the court all the time and those sort of things.
And they can take some chances defensively because, like you said, they know where their teammates are going to be, so they're shooting the passing lanes. They got plenty of steals. They probably have as many steals as they have points in the game.
Right.
They missed some easy shots, but they're definitely a team that they'll be able to compete as we start the playoffs.
No question. We talked about the Shelburne Alphas team that won the 15 and under girls. We'll see if this is the type of team that can maybe win the 13 and under girls. They're certainly very impressive so far here tonight. Seth Orensky, our sideline reporter, is with the Alphas B coach. So Seth, take it away.
Joined by Alphas B coach Chris Howell. Coach, you scored that early basket, and then you didn't score again until that free throw in the last minute. How big was that for your confidence? You've gotten some good looks offensively and getting to the free throw line, just couldn't see the ball go into the basket.
Yeah, I think that press did it to us, though. We're a little rattled at the beginning. So I think it's the press because we didn't have our ball handler today. So that makes a big difference, though, because that ball handling is like a big confidence booster for us. So our shooters were here, but that ball handling is basically a catalyst for us.
Defensively, you kept them to 7 throughout most of the first half. They got a couple points late when you guys turned it over, but how happy are you, especially since typically you go a little bit more with the press today? You've had to play some man-to-man. Seemed to be pretty effective.
Yeah, I think what it is they got all their confidence off of all their press today because we couldn't do our press because we just don't have the personnel today. Because that personnel is a big booster for us. We just have six personnel with us today, so I think that's probably going to affect us the second half, and I think it's probably going to tell the tale for us today.
Well, Coach, good luck in the second half.
All right.
Guys, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Seth, and certainly Coach Howell knows his team is more of a development team.
Oh, definitely.
But like you mentioned before, every time it seems like that his players look at him, listen to his instruction, and try to do what he says. And if you're a coach, that's all you want.
Oh, you definitely want that.
Players at this age.
Pay attention. You'll learn something. You'll get better. And like you said, he's missing a few of his main players. That's why Grady's had to do most of the ball handling, the purple. Makes a huge difference at this age.
Foul underneath. Yeah. That was a nice little drive by
Newton. Yeah, good
job. Newton. Trying to get it inside the Moon, but the pass was a little too low for her. That'll go back to Alphas B, I believe.
Well, Alphas A will get that one. Yeah, she just threw it out. She passed in the wrong angle. See, part of the situation when you're missing some of your main players is you get some bench players who they want to play some, but they don't expect to play this much, and they're just not used to it.
Newton on the drive. Oh, she gets it poked away again. Grady now tries to get it back for Alphas B.
Going to be a hold. Yeah. See, the aggressive play by Green on defense is really piling up those team fouls. Looks like Chris told his girls in purple, just get the ball, drive to the basket.
Have a fast break opportunity for Alphas A. Good look inside for the easy bucket. Great pass that time from Milani Smith.
You gotta like Jalen Moon again, run the court, try to get a defensive stop.
Layup was scored by Blue Kerr.
They're gonna be in bonus pretty soon.
There's that nice pass.
Let's watch it again. Had a teammate wide open. I think that the purple team's starting to get a little winded.
And that went off of
accidental. pass.
It was Courtney Howell got poked in the face there with the basketball.
The ball. She's going to stay in. Yeah, she's going to stay in. Okay. Surprised your father didn't make a change of shirt at halftime. Come play with the purples.
Howell tries for a jumper. No good off the backboard, but gets her own rebound.
They hustle. Both go on the floor. I like seeing that.
Minutes gone by here in the second half.
Nice steal.
It's a steal by Nieves. But she loses control of it. Now it's Howell trying to go baseline. Newton trying for the steal, but it's going to stay with Alphas.
Well, we're seeing Purple go to straight man-to-man, and it's going to tire them out more, but this is probably their best chance of playing some defense. That defense right there.
Nice drive to the basket that time, but she couldn't finish the layup for Hajai Allen. Three is knocked down that time from Maylani Smith. I think they're going to call it a 2. I think her foot was on the line. Well, they did give her a 3 because it was 17 to 3, I think. Newton trying for a deep one, no good. Here comes Allen, now quickly up the floor. That one off the top of the backboard goes back to Alphas B.
That was Haja. Yeah, she's made a point to get her first name spelled correctly, right?
Yes. Haja made sure.
No mistakes.
Another fast break opportunity. Howell with the lead pass up the floor. Another good look that time. And Haja Allen was looking inside, but
right idea. Yeah, that's the offense they run.
Yeah, Kalia Rice West. She kind of rolled out of her post position.
Yeah, she assumed the shot was going up and
right.
get ready for a rebound instead of looking for a pass.
Feed it inside again. And looks like there's a foul as William Santiago was looking for the hoop underneath.
A couple more free throws. This green team they're pretty deep. I mean, it's I just like the way they were able to jump into that full court pressure at the end of the first half actually, and prevented the purple team from running any kind of offense. They've taken the press off now because they're easily in command.
And second free throw is good that time from William Santiago, as Alphas B now 2 for 9 from the free throw line. And Grady coming away with the steal. Pass a little too high that time for William Santiago.
Yeah, open teammate. I think part of the problem too is in terms of concentration. Some of the girls in purple, the B team, they're getting a little winded now. This big court starting to get to them a bit. Meanwhile, the green team has had they have so many players. They're running in and out. No one's really had a chance to get tired.
Another steal.
Nice steal.
That time it's Nieves. Wayward pass is stolen right back that time by Haja Allen. Nice feed inside, but the layup's no good. That was Amaya Price. Just missed the layup underneath for Alphas A. Here comes Grady. Nice feed inside to Nieves, and she doesn't hit the basket, but she'll get 2 free throws. Yeah. So Nieves putting up some stats for this Alphas B team as they see her drawing the foul.
She actually swallowed up defensively, but did a good job to create a shot and some contact.
Not hit the first. Nieves right now with 2 points and 4 rebounds for the Alphas B team as they get a couple of substitutions back in. Jalen Moon back in. Nieves no good on the second. Good rebound inside from Howell. Sorry, that was Laura Johnson with the rebound.
Good job, good defense. That was Nieves again. Forced to turn open.
Suna Slaman now back in for Alphas A.
Still sort of a swarming, even though they've gone straight man to man, both teams have. The A team in green still swarming defensively. Moon. Trying a turnaround shot. She's been working hard in most of the game. She just thinks she just lost track of how far she was from the hoop.
Johnson, nice move to the bucket that time from Laura Johnson. Three on the way, but off the mark that time from Janiyah Newton. And it's Johnson again running the floor, good up fake, and scores off the window. Pretty talented player, this Laura Johnson, just 13.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Double team, little contact, another foul. You mentioned Johnson. She's the type of player you probably see play both 13 and 15.
That's right.
In BNBL. You see that a lot during the course of the summer.
Yeah, a lot of times in the championship games, you'll see them play in the first game.
That's right.
And then they
hang around, put another jersey on.
Yeah. Play in the second game.
That's actually, historically, that's been part of the fun of BNBL.
Yeah.
It really is.
Steal by Johnson again. Here comes Laura with another layup. Johnson now with 8 points for Alphas A. Tough shot that time, but getting fouled is
like
Janiyah
that
Newton.
aggression though tonight. One of the shorter girls in the court, but he likes that right-hand drive. She's tried it like 3 times.
And Newton knocks down the first. More substitutions coming back in for Alphas A is Sierra Sherry and Xylise Bell. Back in for Alphas B is Sophia Good.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how far this this A team green goes in the girls 13 and under.
Janiyah Newton knocks down both free throws. Banking the three off the window that time is Suna Slaman. A 23-point lead for Alphas A. Another
Another
foul
drive,
inside.
Yeah.
Yep, so
William Santiago.
she'll get a couple more free throws.
Yeah, the B team getting some points now from the free throw line. Just had one, still only had one field goal in the entire game. That was in the first minute. The score was tied 2-2.
Janiah Newton getting a rest, well deserved as Grady comes back in. 2.5 minutes left to go. Nice take to the rim, couldn't finish it. Johnson trying for the putback, no good. There's Sherry on the drive, and now we got a hell ball that'll go back to Alphas B. Jumper around the rim and out that time from the corner from William Santiago. Johnson again. That time she doesn't squeeze it home, going after her own rebound, and that's going to go back to Alphas B.
Yeah, Johnson's, yeah, you can tell she handles the ball really well. And the green team is so deep, they don't even need her to bring the ball up.
Right.
But she's able to drive to the basket, create openings. There you go, nice long shot.
William Santiago knocking down the jumper. Second field goal of the game for Alphas B. Good ball movement from Alphas A. Johnson no good on the three. Sherry with the rebound, trying for the putback. Three on the way from Blue Kerr.
Foul in the rebound action. Ball will go back to purple.
Just over a minute left to go here at the Shelburne Community Center.
Purple team, some of those girls are just thinking, let's score 15 points. Let's just get 50. Got a minute 8 to go. You got 9 right now. You got possible 2 free throws coming up.
They're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way here. 9 team fouls right now for Alphas A. So next foul actually will be in the double bonus. Nieves 1-1, knocks down that one. As the game has gone on, they've improved their free throw shooting, that's for sure.
Well, they only made 1 in the first half. So
that's right. They made about 5, I think, in the second half. Nieves no good on the second. But that goes out of bounds off of Alphas A, so it'll stay with Alphas B here with 1:06 left to go. And stolen away by Alphas A. Here comes Blue Kerr trying to go coast to coast. Somehow spins that one off the backboard.
That's what it was. It was all spin because she didn't even look at the hoop. She knew the defense was there. Grady actually did a good job cutting her off.
Kerr's first basket of the game. Moon now trying for a three. And just couldn't put enough on it. That'll go back to Alphas A. More substitutions as Howell and Hyde Toussaint go back in for the gals in green. Back in for Alphas B, Janiah Newton. Jumper no good from Howell. Moon coming down with a rebound. And Moon gets it poked away. Kerr up to Hijai Allen, who hits the layup there for Alphas A. Grady looking well up the floor. That's Nieves underneath.
2 more free throws.
I'll make that William Santiago.
Santiago, right. Yeah, I think Nieves went out for this final few seconds.
Four points for William Santiago at the moment. She's the leading scorer for Alphas B. And she can out hit the first.
I think the one thing that Alphas B will hear after the game is, yeah, they were outmanned and, didn't have much talent, but they missed so many free throws. The game could have been at least, a little closer to score.
And that's going to do it here at the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury. Shelburne Alphas A takes down Shelburne Alphas B 33-10. And, we've talked about it from the get-go all through the game and to now. The talent gap, you can see that it's there. The experience gap is there.
Right.
Both these teams played hard here tonight.
They did. The entire game. I mean, give Alphas B, the younger girls, the less developed girls, give them a lot of credit for hanging in. They were still diving on the floor in the last minute of the game. So it's good to see the spirit there. So, and then meanwhile, the green team came in knowing that they were the better. They had a much deeper bench, bigger players, more skilled players, better shooters, better free throw shooters. But they did get a challenge from, I guess, what you call them, the junior sisters.
That's right.
Right.
No question, and certainly this is an Alphas A team that we could see
put them on the
later
list.
on.
Put them on our playoff list.
Right.
Every week, in our minds, we have to create this little playoff list wherever we go. So put 13 on the girls.
Alphas A.
That's right.
Out of the Shelburne.
Yeah.
We'll see if we'll see them later on in the BNBL championships here later on in the summer. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our Game of the Week MVP, our game-winning coach, and our final stats here from the Shelburne Center right after these words. Don't go away.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
You go and step out of the vehicle for me?
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth. So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys. Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury. At the conclusion of Game of the Week, Shelburne Alphas A took down Shelburne Alphas B 33-10. and a lot of talented players on this team. You know, we saw a lot of good ball handling, certainly the rebounding advantage. We saw the height advantage that this team has. But Laura Johnson really had a great game here tonight, getting steals, running out on the break, and you can see the ball handling talent that she has.
Oh, definitely. And we always talk about players setting the pace of a game, and Laura started out on the defensive end, got a bunch of steals in that first, 5 minutes of the first half. And I guess the rest of her teammates sort of, jumped on her back, and they started getting turnovers, easy layups. But 8 points in a game like this, when neither team even got it to 30, that's a big deal. So she had a bunch of rebounds, she had assists. Like you said, good all-around game.
No question. She has her MVP tonight, and she is with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, take it away.
Joined by our MVP of the Alphas A team, Laura Johnson, and head coach Nicole Howell. Laura, it was closer than we thought early on. What did you guys talk about that first time out when you were able to come out, score some more points, take that bigger lead, and have a more comfortable game in the second half?
We just tried to play up on defense, get to the half court, try to just get steals, dig deep, and keep going.
Talk about steals. You had 4 of them, and they contributed a lot to your 8 points. How much of that is a big part of your game, using your defense to create offense?
It's a big part. I mostly get my points off of steals, and yeah.
And then Coach was telling me beforehand, a lot of you guys play with Team New England, the AAU team, during the school year. How does that help over the summer, already knowing some of your other teammates and what players they're good at?
It just helps us know where we're going, where everybody is on the court, and everybody's weaknesses and strengths.
Well, congratulations on a
Thank
great
you.
game. Coach, we'll bring you in. Maybe a frustrating start, but you guys were able to use a little bit of that defense that you pride yourselves on. What was the big takeaway from a game like this today, where they didn't have some of their better players, but they were able to stick with you for a little bit, and then you were able to pull away?
Well, I think we try to be patient. I think that's what the key was. I think consistently I tried to tell them, just swing the ball and be patient. It's all about defense, because you'll tire out the other team. So I think that man-to-man has always worked, and we always end up pulling out at the end. But the girls have consistently, they play great defense, and as you can see, we got 12 players and 5 that's in the game. There was 7 on the bench ready to get in the game and play. So.
With that, having 12, it means that you have to focus a little bit more on substituting, trying to get everyone minutes. Does that make it maybe a little bit harder on you, trying to make sure that you're getting your best players out there, but you're getting everyone time so they can improve over the summer?
Absolutely. I think, too, it's kind of, with the most competitive teams, you want to make sure your best players are playing. But when you are playing teams that are not so competitive, you want to make sure the other players are getting a lot of playing time, because they may not see as much playing time with those other teams that are much more competitive. And the team, the players do understand that. So you have to making sure the bench is supporting the players that are in the game. So they're constantly rolling in and out. And I tell them, listen, give me 110%. If you're tired, let me know. Get the other players in so you can get right back in the game. So it really doesn't matter. 40 seconds left on the clock. If you notice, we're getting players in the game, and they're very excited to get in the game, too. So.
Finally, what's your husband making for dinner tonight?
Whatever I want. So we don't eat meat, right? We stopped eating meat over a year ago. So I told him either we can go get a lobster roll, which is perfect, or he can do fish tonight. So it's up to him.
Either way, it sounds good. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way. Guys?
Thanks very much, Seth. A lobster roll sounds pretty good right now.
I actually know Chris. I played with him and against him for years, so he's gonna take her out somewhere, get some shrimp or something.
Right, he doesn't want to cook right now. Yeah, he's gonna go order something, no question. Certainly you see Laura Johnson, very articulate, 13-year-old player right there, but sort of the epitome of that team. A lot of experience. They know what to do. They play together in AAU as well. We see that with the Showstoppers. We're seeing that with this team as well, and they just know where each other are supposed to be on the court.
Well, it's interesting. That's why I'm really going to be interested to see how far they go, because they like you said, they play so well together. She's one of the main players that the younger players look toward, and it helps when you have a sort of a main 1 or 2 marquee players. The rest of the players, even though they're talented, they maybe aren't as aggressive until they see it happening with someone else. Then they'll jump into it, because that press for the last, I think, 4 minutes of the first half, that turned the whole game around.
Yeah, we talked a lot about their offense, the Alphas A, but their defense was just as good here tonight. Let's take a look at the final stats from this game before we sign off from the Shelburne Community Center. And first up, it's going to be the Alphas B squad.
Yeah, not much there. They only actually had 2 field goals from the field the entire game. William Santiago, 4 points. Nieves with 3. Nieves also had 4 rebounds. And Good pitched in with a rebound. No assists. Both of their hoops. One was a jump shot. The other one was a putback. So no assists for Alpha B.
Let's take a look at Alpha A's final stats.
A little more spread out. Johnson, as we mentioned, best player, 8 points. Sherry added 4 points, rebounds. You had Howell with 6, Johnson with 5, then assists. You had Smith with 4, and Allen with 1. So typically 13 and under, you don't get a whole lot of scoring, a lot of up and down, a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers. But the green team, the Alphas A, clearly the more talented team, much deeper bench to stay fresher. So it was just a matter of time before the score started to sort of widen up. But you got to like the effort from the younger girls on Alpha B.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of these players in 2 or 3 years playing at the high school level, and they're already getting that experience now, which is great to see here in the city of Boston. Folks, if you want to watch this game again, you can certainly go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. All the games from this season are up on our website in this 2018 BNBL season. You can also follow us on Facebook. Search for Game of the Week here in Boston on Facebook. A lot of good posts and updates and videos. A lot of great stuff there. So make sure you like us on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Next week will be our final week of the regular season of the BNBL, and we're not quite sure what facility it'll be at, but it will be another one here in the city of Boston, and then it's on to the championships a couple of weeks after that. So lots happening here in the month of August here in the Boston Neighborhood Basketball League. But for right now, we're going to say so long here from the Shelburne Community Center in Roxbury. We'll see you next time here on Game of the Week. Take care, everybody.